swagger, the exaggerated swagger of the black team, 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 the exaggerated swagger, 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 swagger of the black team. When he leaps off of rooftops, when he leaps off of rooftops, then flips backwards to face the camera, then flips backwards to face the camera. It gives me goosebumps every time he does it. It gives me goosebumps every time he does it. Before falling into a head first dive, before falling into a head first dive.
What's up? We're back.
Hey, some of us don't have to steal pizza. We get it for free.
Some of us don't have to exaggerate our swagger. All right. Some of us just have it.
Some of us, we don't have to, but we choose to, okay? This is a decision we're making to do this. We don't have to put on these airs. We're already extremely interesting people, but we get loud to accentuate this glowing personality that we have. You know?
I have to try to subdue it, to keep it down.
You have to tamp down your power level so people don't know.
My swagger.
Your swagger.
I have to turn it off, which honestly is it's a violation of really how I want to be living.
You're not living your authentic experience.
No, I can't. I can't live the way I want to live in this fucked up world because my swagger's
bitch
being
of an earth.
Fucking hampered, pressed with a mattress, like just strangled by these fucking hoes, by these fucking by these fucking beta males.
Is this
I'm
all?
Sick of it!
Is this all because I said you couldn't release your rap mixtape? Is this all because
you said
I don't think it's a good idea?
You said that some of the mids needed tuning, and you said it needed to sound better into club, as you said.
I definitely said.
Fuck! I thought it was done. I forgot to listen to it in the car.
I definitely said the word mid a lot, but I don't know. There's definitely threats of it being beaten with the club based on the subject matter that you're talking about. But no, it's. I think it would be. Best
I thought my exaggerated swagger remix. It was gonna be at the top of SoundCloud. Where are kids listening to the music these days?
Oh my God! Where Instagram? I think they just watch 9-second long Instagram reels.
They watch TikToks of music and they're like, I love it. I love this. I love the 60 seconds of this song.
I know what you're looking for. Yeah, just like that. And and for me, I don't even listen to music anymore. I just get a song stuck in my head and then I say it out loud to myself in public while I'm grocery shopping. Like this Charlie XCX album has completely fucking destroyed my brain because either I am just repeating under my breath 365 365 365 365 party girl 365. Like it's either that
that sounds like torture.
Oh, it's so awesome. It's such a great song.
You love it.
It's stuck in my it's fucking burned itself into my fucking brain, man. So enough of my undiagnosed mental illnesses that result in me just saying I've had this problem my entire life where I just cannot stop. Like I don't know why nobody's told me to stop, but I just repeat lyrics out loud over and over and over and over again for weeks. I people just let me do it. I don't understand.
Yeah, a few weeks ago I was picking grapes in my backyard for 3 hours, and the entire time I was going, that pussy got me acting like a faggot. I let that pussy dress me up in drag shit. I let the pussy dress me up like RuPaul. I'm a black man, but she gave me blue balls. I just do it, just that for at least 3 hours.
Yeah, it's best when you don't even know all the words. So you're just kind of filling in, like gaps with what sounds like it could work. Okay, I know we got some effeminately sucks in air. Paying $200 for a Macross Blu-ray by the next midterm. Kate McKinnon starts singing Amazing Grace. $200. Oh, we'll get over. Oh, okay. I see. This is a political commentary. It's astute, and it's the kind of discourse that we need right now in our anime podcasts. Is inflation and tariff discourse. That's really what the kids want. They want to hear about tariffs. Anyway.
Yeah, this is how. I forgot this is how podcasts are supposed to be. You're supposed to. How did you overpay $200? I'm trying to figure out how you overpaid $200 for a Macross Blu-ray. Was it a different one than you thought it was?
Overpaying $200. No, it's the. I guess he's saying.
Not
the prices.
$200
prices are
over.
going to go up. Yes.
Okay, so that's just the price.
Import items will be $200, which, to be fair, Japanese imports already ludicrously expensive. So you deserve whatever is coming your way. If you're a person who was importing Japanese Blu-rays, I understand your plight.
Also, the yen is like
it's so tanked.
You might as well have like chocolate coins. You might as well be paying for things in corn puffs.
It would be cheaper to just fly over there and get it off the shelf.
We might, yeah. I don't know if we'll ever get there again, but like, I mean, that's what people would. I remember like Jeff Gerstmann talking about this is like you could almost pay for a trip to Japan if you brought an extra suitcase and brought a bunch of fucking old video games from Super
easily.
Potato or figures or whatever.
Easily.
Like you could almost get a free trip to Japan. Like that was like late 90s, probably, I want to say. Will we ever get there again? Yeah. It could happen if their economy does really badly. I don't want to hope for that to happen to them, but there's a silver lining to everything.
There's nothing we can do to stop it. So if we are at least able to enjoy the fringe benefits of it, and we're helping, we're buying stuff. So we're trying to help them save their economy by buying cheap goods from them.
The economy.
Yeah. This is an injection of American funds. This is basically like a fucking stimulus for them. Is the fact that we are willing to buy their
big
crap.
American dollars, yeah.
We're willing to buy their garbage, even though they subject us to all this fucking garbage anime. That I've seen.
They force us to watch all this.
I've seen 500 anime over the last 2 years. I remember about 30 of them, and of those 30, I remember about 10 of them because they're good. So like. This is their due, okay? They needed a fucking attitude adjustment. Did you see that? Like, I think almost 50% of kids under 18 are watching anime right now. Like it's almost overtake. I think at this point it's probably close to overtaking Western media as far as like.
I cannot believe that 50% of kids under 18 can pay attention to something for 23 minutes. Like that's like are they? Is that as like a self-reported thing? Like, oh yeah, I watch anime, but like it means you see like memes with like anime characters in them, I didn't dig down into the study. Like I didn't look at like all the peer reviews and everything. But from what I was saying, from what I saw, they were talking about watching episodic television programs. How? That's crazy.
They're watching like My Hero Academia.
Well,
like they're watching,
yeah.
They're not watching like you are mismade or anything like that.
Well, yeah, obviously I know that. Yeah, no, that's never been the case. Yeah, it's those types of shows have really like poisoned the well because I saw some people talking recently like with Jujutsu Kaisen and fucking what's Demon
Slayer,
whatever Demon Slayer actual title is, and like those shows, like a show like Dandadan comes along and it's like actually good, or at least the first episode was. I assume the rest of it is also good. And
I heard it's good, yeah.
And people are like, oh, it's another like Zoomer shonen, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. They've cried wolf, and now you don't trust it.
Yeah.
No.
To be fair, I get it. I'm so apprehensive to listen to anybody's recommendations for anime at this point. I mean, I straight up don't. I haven't listened to a recommendation from anybody on anime in 5 years.
Recommendation from, yeah.
Yeah, people tell me like to watch. You know what the ultimate vindication was listening to my friends tell me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen for 2 years. And then it gets to like the final third or final quarter of the anime adaptation. They're like, yeah, it sucks now. And I'm like, yes, knew it. Knew I was going to be able to dodge this one.
It probably looks nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to watch Chainsaw Man, but every time I see someone use the word deconstruction, I put it off by another 6 months. I'm currently on track to watch it in 2037. Okay. I can't. And I know it's like not going to be, but I can't. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like, oh, they were just wrong. But like it just pisses me off to hear people talk about it.
It's probably like with movies where every time I talk about this biannually, I watched this really important movie that I thought I knew everything about. Yeah. And it turns out that actually watching it is way better than it turns out that actually watching the movie is sick. So I'm sure when I eventually watch Chainsaw Man in 5 years, I'll be like, yo, you guys seen this shit? Or I'm just about ready. So close to watching Yuri on Ice. I am like right on the precipice of spinning that shit.
It is actually good. Yeah, no.
A full decade later.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Don't feel bad, Scumbag Steve. We're just slow readers. We haven't done this in a while. We're just borderline illiterate.
Yeah, I read slow readers. That's really, really generous of you. Okay. So
snail-like reader. I don't know what's a even slower word than slow.
No, I thought illiterate was pretty close.
One of my friends is a high school teacher, and he can confirm. Oh, the kids watching the animes. Yeah, I believe that. Well, they have good. I mean, like they have literally nothing else. Like, what the fuck other entertainment is? I think gonna watch fucking like the Owl House. I don't know. Like, what cartoons are there? What
is there to even do? Like, what are you supposed to do as a kid? It's like you could play Call of Duty, you could play Fortnite. You're not playing Pokemon because Pokemon is hilariously bad now. You're not like fucking like what is there to do
if you go outside and walk around with your friends, someone's gonna call the police. So
yes.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You're either going to be forcibly returned to your home or shot by police because they think you're trying to steal from them.
Even the drugs in your parents' medicine cabinet are boring now. It's like you can't even like there's no like Vicodin. Like they're just gonna have like fucking SSRIs and like weird hypnotics that don't even make you feel good. There's nothing to do. There's nothing.
Yeah, no, and you also have nothing to look forward to as well.
Furniture is like poorly constructed. You can't even jump on the bed; it's gonna break. You can't.
Yeah. Nobody like is looking forward to going to college anymore.
No, so it's like what the fuck do you do in college, dude?
Yeah. No, there's no. Go to school or look at your phone. Yeah, no, I'm. Yeah, I'm under no illusion that like I think it's stupid to assert that you grew up in like the best time, but I know we grew up in a better time than this.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's like, God damn, just like the technology was just primitive enough. Now that I'm fully addicted to my phone now, of course, obviously,
it's the best.
There was a brief window there where smartphones didn't exist, but we had access to the internet, and it was pretty fucking incredible.
Yeah, I got a little bit of everything. Yeah, like I was just on the precipice there where I was like when I was like 7, like I would do my friends and I would like we would just go out and we would just like climb on rocks.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then I remember coming back home like and I was just soaking wet. And my mom was like, "What happened to you? Why are you soaked?" Because we were just like standing in someone's sprinkler or something.
Yeah, you got to go in that water. But like just walking over to my neighbor's house and hanging out and like going in the woods. That was a good one. We
are in the very brief window where we can understand computers.
That was exactly what I was going to say. We are by far the most literate when it comes to computers. But
we're the only ones who will ever know how to use like command terminals and
full desktop. Exactly. Yeah. Like, and I'm barely like, I don't have a reason to know these things, but I still know how to use command prompt. Like, like I still have done, we really did like hit that perfect window of like being able to use a Windows computer super effectively with like, keyboard shortcuts and things like that, like explaining to people that you can reopen a closed tab with 3 keys is like,
that's a big one.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
That's and even within our demographic, there's at my job, there's this guy that I have to work with a lot more now because the guy I used to work with more left wisely. And so now, like the guy, so I ended up having to work a lot more with this other guy. And now I just avoid him because he is like straight up mentally retarded. He's like an actual retarded man. And I just remember like I was just trying to explain something to him, and I brought up the resource monitor. Do you know the resource monitor by any chance?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and maybe I know what the fucking resource monitor
not
is.
The task manager, but the resource monitor. You know, you have to do an extra click where it shows you.
Of course.
You can see how much. And he was like, "Whoa, what is this? Like, this is actually like really. This guy is a computer programmer. He has the same job as me."
Oh my god!
And he's like, "This will actually be really helpful, like to monitor like things like the network usage and like the disk usage. This is actually really good. Like, I'm gonna tell the other guys about this." And then like he brought another guy into the call, and he's just like, "Look, Declan was just showing me this thing. Like, bring that up again, Declan." And the other guy is this guy where he always just sounds like he's like, yep. He's showing him the resource monitor. It's so good, dude.
Wow,
my job rules.
Oh my! I know that I'm in a totally frivolous line of work. My career is totally built upon the back of people who actually do real work, so I can point a camera at stuff. But I swear to God, I could. If you gave me like 3 months, I could probably find my way into a dev job somewhere. I feel like I could probably.
Oh, anyone could. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like I swear to God.
Yeah, like when you you know, when you can build computers and stuff and you do code, people tend to treat you like you know, I guess like some kind of like fucking genius. Like if you're a cameraman, do people treat you like an artist, or do they also assume that you're just like a genius? Like a math genius or whatever. Both.
It's both. Okay. It's both. Like it's both. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You get. It depends on which audience you're talking to. But yeah, no. Like I, you know, if they're an older person, they think that you're like a genius, and if they're a younger person, they think you're an artist. In reality, I'm just a guy who was able to save up money to buy a few cameras. So that's really what I do. I am relatively illiterate when it comes to computers, but I blame growing up with internet so bad.
Using the computer was unthinkable outside of letting a YouTube video buffer for hours. Oh yeah, remember when YouTube?
I feel that.
Like, remember when just shit didn't work?
Yeah, if you're gonna watch a Niga Higa video, you would go and you would load it up, you'd pause the video, and then you'd go get a bowl of cereal.
you would try to watch a YouTube video, and you would be like, "Oh, I guess today's a bad day for YouTube. I guess no YouTube today," because it's just like, no video today. It's not coming through. Signal's bad or whatever. Nuh-uh.
Yep. Nope. Yeah. There's some telephone line work. Yeah. I mean, like fucking. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. That was the best though. When all of the internet was like less centralized.
So, I mean, yes, that was good. The speeds weren't great.
No. But like, of course. But the when everything wasn't just on like 4 websites, it was pretty sweet. I liked having my discrete nerd zones and.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I had taken advantage of that more.
Well, they had different cultures too, because everything's like every website has almost a monoculture at this point. You know, where like. If you go on Reddit, every single subreddit has at least like 75% crossover, you know, with like the rest of there's nobody goes to Reddit to go on like 3 pages and they're all like very niche, you know? So, anyway, yeah, this is a bunch of old guy yelling at clouds stuff, but, just, boy, when you hear the numbers of this is an anime comedy podcast and I can't believe I'm about to talk about this, but when you hear the numbers of kids that are like that, they're like, yeah, I would be okay with being dead. It's like 50% of them, and it's like you're like even if you round that down to something that's like more in line with like removing kids who are just fucking around. It's still a lot of them feel like there's no reason to be alive. And that's just crazy. Because I mean, even when I had it at my absolute worst growing up, there was never a moment where I'm like, fuck this, I'm done. You know.
Like, I was like that. But
yeah,
oh yeah. Like not being okay, just like I'd be okay if I got like hit by a bus, you know.
Damn.
The thing is that you need to realize that that like it's not you that's wrong, it's the world, and you're actually better than everyone else. And that's really what that's hard that's a hard thing to explain to the youth, but you know, I will provide
do your
outreach
best
to them. Oh yes.
Yeah, well, no, I thought you were going to say that you need to realize that there is the big bus, the big bus at the end of the road that's coming for all of us when we all inevitably die.
That's true too. It's like, yeah, you're gonna get that bus one day. Everything in between is like, you know, that's just free. Yeah, well, that's just free. Don't worry. Time.
Don't worry. No matter how bad it gets, someday you'll be dead. Don't. Hey, if you know, and it's like, oh, my life is so bad, I want to die right now. It's like, well, why don't you postpone it for a little bit and see if maybe there's other things in your life that are worth going on for? Because don't worry, you're going to get your wish, baby. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not for me, for you, not for me. I'm going to live forever, of course. So
you're going to be put, you're going in the crystal.
Put Jamie in that crystal. Oh my God, so fast. The moment they're like, we want to dump your brain into a jar, Ethan, I'm like, fucking crack this noggin wide the fuck open. I'm rolling the dice.
Flee me from my flesh prison. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And once I'm 45. Once up until 45, but once I hit 45, maybe 50, that's when I'm like absolutely rolling the bones on technology. Where I'm like, if they're like, hey, do you want to be cryogenically frozen? You know, it's like, you know, I'm like, sure, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, I'm dead and just in ice, and that's pretty funny. You know, or best case scenario, they find a way to bring me back from being frozen in ice, and then I'm in the future.
Yeah, like it is funny to think, like, you know, if it doesn't work at all, at least like someone will find you far in the future, and it'll be like some dumbass frozen in ice, and everyone will point at you and go like, that guy thought he could. this fucking ancient civilization, they just put themselves into ice.
Yeah, teenagers are gonna like defile. They're gonna spray paint my ice block. That's awesome. You know.
Yeah, they're gonna put a dialogue bubble on your ice cube, and it's gonna say, "I'm gay."
Yeah. Well, guess what? Joke's on them. I'm gonna outlive them too, because someday their grandkids are gonna be saying that I'm gay, and their grandkids after that. I'll be. You could put me right next.
But you have right heard next of me.
To the. Yeah, exactly. Put me right next to the fucking to the Sphinx in Egypt, baby. We're the two of us just careening through time together.
Yeah, just the Easter Island heads, but it's you in a block of ice sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, you guess what, motherfucker? I'm a monument to humankind. I'm the dumbest guy who ever lived.
What do you think they used this guy for? Some say it was a time dial. Others say it was a religious site, and it's just you like going like, it's cold. Like your arms are up, like,
Somebody drills a hole in the ice so they can fuck me.
You just get turned into the village fleshlight. You just have a hole like both your frozen hands and your mouth.
Guess what, baby? I'm still getting it.
Yep. Getting pussy even in the afterlife.
Giving, you know, I'm bringing joy, and that's really what I'm about at the end of the day. Is I want to spread as much joy as possible. Fuck me up. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Yeah, jam me in that fucking crystal. Oh,
I remember seeing
shit.
I love the tweet I saw. Someone was like, you know, it's like a historian, and they're like, the clown is saying we live in a society. They must have valued this. And then an older, wiser historian is like, but remember, clowns tell jokes, so he's actually saying they don't live in a society. And the other historian's like,
It's me. I'm the clown.
That's yeah.
Well, because if they're going to put me in an ice block, I get to pick what I'm frozen in, right? Because it would be really unfair of them to freeze me completely naked, because the shrinkage would be unbelievable. That would be like that would be.
Well, that's really fast, but yeah, no, you don't want it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I have to fluff myself before I get frozen.
wait, hold on. Don't do it yet.
Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
if you time it so that you're busting as you get frozen. Yeah, no, that would be wrong. You have to be wearing clothes, right? Because at that point, if the technology is so good that we're able to thaw people out and bring them back to life, I think the fact that I've got a nice flannel shirt on and some jeans is not going to move the needle much on my viability. You know, like, I don't think that there's going to be anything in there that prevents me from being reanimated, or if, worst case scenario, they graft some skin onto me.
Oh, you think you're getting skin, huh?
I'm just a fleshless monster.
You're just gonna be a crazy, you're gonna be the robot from Interstellar. When you said I get to choose what they freeze me, and I thought you were talking about the liquid, so I was like, Baja Blast, maybe? Yeah, freeze me with a prosthetic. Freeze me with a nice, nice fake.
Yeah. Give me the Dirk Diggler.
I want to be favored by the Excelsiites of the tomorrow time.
Yeah, give me the dick from the end of Boogie Nights. That's what I want to have. Make it comically large. Oh shit. Yeah, so
you were in town.
A few weeks. Oh, it's been a few weeks. Yeah.
Yes.
So I had been extremely busy with work, and then I went to Ohio, and then I went to New York to come hang out, and also drop off my kitty. Yes, we did. We were very excited because we had two very anticipated films on our docket. We were going to watch Venom 3 and also Megalopolis.
Yeah, no,
which would have been extremely cursed double feature. And unfortunately, neither of those were available somehow.
No.
So we ended up watching two movies that I basically only made you guys. Steven was there as well. And I made you guys watch them just so you could validate my opinions. So please tell me about how right I am on these very, very popular movies.
Yes. So first we watched... wait, what the fuck did we watch?
We watched Collateral.
Collateral. Yeah. Yeah, that was very similar to Miami Vice. Well, I mean, yeah.
It is better. It is better than Miami Vice. Very low bar, though.
Yeah, it's like this movie that everyone loves, and it's like described as an action movie. It's like one of the people describe it very frequently. I'm not telling any tales out of school here. It's very often, I think, described, I've heard, as one of the best action movies ever, or at least of the 2000s or whatever, and it's like a digital fucking cell phone camera fucking like
shot on razor.
Yeah, weird music, bad music, terrible music choices.
Playing Mudvayne or whatever
I don't know if there was actually any Mudvayne. No, but there was what was it? I can't remember who, but it's just like music that didn't fit ever. There were some good performances, I guess. It's hard to take Tom Cruise seriously when he's got like colored hair.
Audio Slave. It was Audio Slave.
Not very similar to Mudvayne. I mean, I'm no expert.
I don't know what Mudvayne is. Yeah. So there are a couple of good performances anytime that they make the correct decision to have characters sit down and have conversations.
Yeah.
If they let their character actors that they bring in to get killed by Tom Cruise talk, generally they have good and interesting dialogue. But the movie is this smeary mess of it looks like cops basically, and
it's probably going for that on purpose. I don't know. Yeah.
But it's directed very poorly and strangely,
the
and it's
tone
in
is
this
just not even there at all. The pacing is subpar at best. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx again. Jamie Foxx, I have to come to his aid because I don't think you've seen him in anything. Jamie Foxx is a good actor. I've seen him perform well
What's
in
he
movies.
been in
but
that's good? I haven't seen Django.
he is in he is in fucking he is in. Oh, I gotta bring up his. He's in Django. It is good. Hold on, I'm on the spot here.
Law-abiding citizen, Ray. Probably
He's
did a
good in
job
Ray.
playing Ray
He's
Charles.
good in Ray. Yeah, but that's yeah. He's in
Obviously,
The Amazing Spider-Man, which is
2.
awesome. He's in Ollie, which is good. Okay.
Neo Yokio, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So okay.
Baby
Here's the thing.
Driver?
I know he could be good in movies. I've seen him be good in at least a couple. But they make him play a nerd in this fucking movie, and they just won't. They always try to make him play a nerd for some reason. And
or more of a.
He's not a
I guess
nerd.
more of a pussy than a nerd. He's just like.
Yeah.
That's his. I guess that's supposed to be his character arc. Is that he has like. He has aspirations, but he's just a cab driver, and he never actually like takes action or whatever.
His character arc is be cool. It's what if you just were cool.
There is one scene where he suddenly decides to be cool.
Yes,
and it comes across as just like funny. Yeah, so that's all very silly.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is like, his character is extremely shallow. Yeah, there's nothing going on behind the character at all. He is just like assassin who has no morals and uses people to his own ends. And we don't get any kind of insight into what's going on in his mind other than doing a job. And there's like every
time Jamie Foxx is like, "Hey man, don't kill people," Tom Cruise goes on this insane.
Why wouldn't I kill people?
There's 500 billion stars in the galaxy, and you're worried about one person. It's like, I guess like evil Joe Rogan, like whatever, but that's not. Yeah, it's not really compelling enough for like a movie villain.
Killing people is okay. And so, what have you thought about? What if it's actually okay to kill people?
People die every day. Who cares if I fuck a baby?
And I'm twisted. Put on Audio Slave.
Put on some smooth jazz and then Audio Slave in the next scene.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So Collateral's bad.
That's bad. And then we decided we had not been punished enough, so we watched Rogue One.
So we were well. This was one that was on the table. Dude, this was your fault. You brought this up.
I guess I do keep, because you kept telling me, you're really hyping it up.
I mean, am I wrong?
You described it as not even a movie, and I would say it's maybe too much of a movie.
Oh shit! Okay, here we go. What do you got?
There was no really.
Okay, I was ready to listen.
I mean, it's like been focus grouped to death. Like it's not like it's a non-finished. It's not like Fantastic.
Yeah, No, but that's the problem. Is that it's there's no new in the movie at all. There is no there's nothing you could point to and be like, this is an original idea. Like it is just pure fanboy slop. It's like if someone's like, what if we got Joss Whedon to do a Star Wars movie?
Oh,
and then they hired someone.
That would have been worse. It was not that bad. See, that's like
no. The thing is that they didn't get him, so they got they got the most generic version of that, where it's like we got a competent lady main character, we got rebel guy.
Is she competent? She
doesn't
do anything.
Sassy no, she disappears for large swaths of the movie. So there's really not much. I mean, I challenge you to list all of the things you remember from Star Wars Rogue One, please. Could you just do me a favor and just list everything you remember?
There's a prissy robot, but he's not C-3PO. He's slightly different, but not in any way.
He's more twisted
in any way that stands out really at all. There is a really cool Chinese guy. I mean, like cool in quotes, like he's supposed to be cool, and then he's just cool for the whole movie, and then he dies. So that's not. I don't know if you had the same idea, but I brought this up while we were watching. It's like he should have been a bumbling idiot where he's like, like the crazy old sage who no one, he's like, oh, it's the town crazy guy, and he's like always drunk, and he's always talking about this thing called the Force, and and then at the very end of the movie, he could have done one cool thing, and that should have been what happened. But instead, he's just doing fucking kung fu on stormtroopers the entire goddamn movie. It is ridiculous. He has no arc at all.
And you could get scene because it would give other people scenes as well where so she just says, I'm going to go die to go get these Death Star plans. Does everybody else want to die with me? And everyone's like, yeah, we'll go die with you.
Yes, please.
It would be a better scene if you have crazy monk guy who is like a true devotee to this kooky religion, the superstition, is the first person to agree to go with her because he's a kook. But that's enough to get one other person on board, his protector character. And he's like, well, I can't let him go die on his own. And then that gets other people involved, because that would be like a scene that you would have in a movie. That would be like
the whole movie really is the whole movie is filled with people deciding to die for no reason. Like the thing is, like a lot of these characters just end up dying, right? Because that's the point of the movie.
Of course.
But
yes.
If the whole movie is also filled with very Star Wars-esque people getting saved at the last minute, like everyone's always about to get shot, and then someone else shoots the bad guy
off screen, yeah, of course,
getting shot. Like, okay, so then it's like that kind of diminishes. They're like Forrest Whitaker just has a moment where he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna die right here, and there's literally no reason. Everyone's leaving to go live, and he's just like, no, I'm done. For no reason. He just was like, I don't want to be in the rest of the movie. So it's just shit like that the whole time. It's just like, you know what? I'm not going to get Deus Ex Machina here. I'm just going to explode. Whatever, dude. Yeah.
It's like if you trained an AI on TV tropes and then had that AI write a Star Wars movie, it's like, okay, this is a Dirty Dozen, or like a excuse me, like a Seven Samurai style ensemble cast film where you got a bunch of people who are rogues and mercenaries coming together for a common goal, and they all redeem themselves in the end. And then, okay, this guy is this is the blind monk kung fu guy. This guy is the sassy robot. This is Claptrap. It's like,
yes. Oh no, I'm pooping, but they're nuts. Yeah. I'm a robot. Oh no, there's bolts coming out of my tight robot boy pussy. Uh-oh.
Oh no. What am I gonna do?
What if he was just trying to fuck them the whole movie? He's just trying to fuck the dudes. He's just a gay robot. He's just like an actually gay. No, he would never do something like that funny. Like an actually gay, like a violently, like aggressively gay C-3PO.
Yeah. C-3PO with muscles, so he could take what he wants.
Yeah. With like a heart tattoo.
Oh boy. Yeah. So that was two absolute duds.
It is a painful movie to watch because you're just constantly coming up with better versions of the same movie.
Yeah, I wonder how many hundreds of better versions of this script got just straight delete keyed off of a hard drive on their way to this. They had old versions of Rogue One script as a folder, and then they just drug that right into the trash and empty recycle bin.
Yeah, no.
Because there's no way that nobody came up with more interesting versions of this, but people fucking still ate it up no matter what. So we're so lost.
I mean, like she just decides to start caring about like this rebellion in the anyways,
she starts caring about the rebellion because Forrest Whitaker decides to die. Like that's where we're at.
That's just what the hell, man.
Yeah, it's so thin. It's crazy. And like the production value is unbelievable. And also it looks so good.
Yeah, that obviously but with the and you can fix this with like if you have good enough like world building and like if you have enough like stuff you can make stuff that doesn't make sense. Like you can still help people suspend their disbelief, but the whole movie is about how they're keeping plans on a planet. Yes. And it's like blueprints, and it's like there's only one copy, and they can be destroyed. And it's like I know we're not in the future, but it's like this is something that would be like on a server somewhere, and no one, not even the guys in the in the Empire would know where this is or care about it, you know, because it's
bro,
blueprints.
just
and there would be
encrypt it.
1,000 copies of it. I know they don't want someone like. I mean, like even if the conception is like, oh, we don't want someone else to steal the blueprint, so they build another one. It's like, who could build another one? It's like impossible. No one can do that.
Just encrypt them. Just
that
have
too.
So that have Darth Vader put Mustafar as the password.
Surely they invented 512-bit SSH, not SSH, whatever it is at that point.
Yeah, but the Mustafar, but the S is a $, and then there's an exclamation point at the end, and that's the password. And we're not having any of these problems. And like the thing is like it makes you wonder if because Star Wars 1977 is dumb. But that's a movie that works because you suspend your disbelief because you see
and it's all happening. It's all happening so fast that you're just like, yeah, great.
I'm along for the ride, baby. Yeah. I got the silly quipping robot, and he's talking about how the odds are bad, and like, and then you think about what this movie came from, like how overblown and bloated of a movie. This 2 hours and 20 minutes spawned off of one line from Star Wars 1977 where they're like Bothan, not even like just disregarding the Bothan spies, but it's like, we got the Death Star plans for people that sacrificed their lives to get it. They sacrificed themselves to bring us these plans. And that's where it ends up.
Yeah, and I remember saying, it's like, that just means they got like whores to fuck some guys in the Empire. Like that's how espionage actually works.
Right.
And yeah, the whole movie is just like fumbling with buttons and trying to run back and forth between different buttons.
Oh my god, the button!
I get that it's like, ooh, the analog technology. Oh, it's got that old timey sci-fi feel. But it's like when the actual issue at hand that you're watching the movie is like, oh no, now I got to go out here and press this other physical button, and it's like, what are we doing? You know?
So that the first Star Wars thing that people have liked since Rogue One is that television show Andor, which is a spin-off of Rogue One, where the main character of Star Wars Rogue One is the main character in that. People are like, telling me like, oh, you've got to at least have seen Andor, right? And I'm like, no, I refuse. No, never again. Literally never again. Absolutely.
People like The Mandalorian too.
I tried watching that. I tried watching it. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that is another one that people have liked.
But no. Come on, never again. I had someone ask me the other day. They're like, Ethan, you're like a Star Wars guy, right? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, no. I like. Yeah, I like the first.
You have to change everything. You have to start dressing different. Now you have to start like chewing on toothpicks and be like, I'm not like that.
I think I told them that I saw. In a conversation, I told them that I had gone to see the Star Wars movies in theaters. I saw the original trilogy in theaters, and it was fun. And then they're like, oh, you're a Star Wars guy. What have you seen? The most recent slop? Have you watched The Acolyte? And I'm like, no, of course not. Never again. I'm totally done. I had somebody ask me if I like Marvel, and I'm like, I did. I liked Marvel.
You like Marvel.
What I liked Marvel when I was the target audience of it 10 years ago. I did. I did like Marvel when it was coming out. But no, never again. I'm done. No, I'm just done. Never again. I'm free. I am a free boy. I don't have to do this anymore. It feels good. It feels good. It feels right.
Bet. You know what you're not free from though?
No, this is my other prison.
Watching like 120 first episodes of seasonal anime every year.
Yeah, well, you think about it, I could be looking at my phone instead. But I usually am. But
it's hard not to.
Let me go refresh a beverage here, and then we'll start.
Okay. I will talk about. Well, he's gone. I will talk about. While Ethan was in town, I made pizza. I made pizza with my pizza steel in my oven, and I impressed everyone a whole lot, and they liked it a lot. Just saying. So I'm not crazy. The pizza is good. I did a bit where I dressed like an Italian chef. I bought a bunch of, like a chef shirt and an apron and a hat and an Italian mustache, like a curly mustache, on Amazon, and then I did that as a bit, and I knew it wasn't funny, but I couldn't get it out of my head. I just had to. I was like, okay, I guess I just have to do this so I can stop thinking about it. And then I made a couple more pizzas. I made a white pizza by myself just to try it out. I made like a simple bechamel, and it was just like bechamel and then the cheese. Surprisingly good, actually. Not bad. Yeah. But I think I gotta not do pizza for a while. It causes my body to rebel against me. I tried making a ton of hot sauce. Man, you look at the ingredients, because I grew a bunch of cayenne peppers this year. You look at the ingredients I just like Frank's, I think Frank's is a good hot sauce. You look at the ingredients of Frank's, there's not a lot of ingredients, but then you try to make it. I don't know how the fuck they do that. I don't know how they do that shit.
That shit's magical.
It is. I don't know. Like you mix a bunch of chopped up pepper, and I did age it, by the way. I did ferment them. I fermented them for like 10 days, and then I blended them up, added a bunch of white vinegar, a bunch of salt. It still doesn't have that zing. I don't know.
I was going to talk to you about off pod about making hot sauce and how much you've attempted to do that and how you've found success.
I only really just I made like a couple batches this past weekend, and they're fine, but it doesn't really, I don't know.
Do you not want your flowers for the awesome pizza you made? Did you decide you didn't want me to suck you off over this pizza at all?
I was just talking about the pizza. No, while you were gone, I was just talking about the pizza and how you guys enjoyed the pizza.
We didn't even talk about the bit.
I also mentioned the bit, yes, which is that
okay.
I knew it wasn't funny, but I just couldn't get it out of my.
Of course, it was fun.
I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, what if I was just dressed like an Italian chef?
It's extremely funny.
So fucking stupid.
That's what makes it funny. It's so ludicrous. Yeah, no, that's a great bit.
Yeah, I opened the door. I was blasting the pizza theme from Spider-Man 2.
That's a slam dunk home run. Don't sell yourself short. That's a winner.
Well, thank you.
And the pizza was unbelievable. I was
very happy with how the pizza came
That was the best pizza I've ever had homemade by far. Like not even close.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. We were talking about how you could probably just sell that. It is easily good enough.
If you know how to make
if you're
pizza,
able to,
you could do it.
Excellent
Difficulties,
pizza.
I guess,
Great
probably
job, sir.
in the scale or whatever. There's legitimate stuff, but yes, I can make a decent fucking pizza.
I am at the edge. I could feel this happening. So while I was in New York, I had a cold, and then as I left and arrived back in my home, I have a sinus infection now, which has been nasty. So I shot 3 weddings in a row with a sinus infection where I could barely talk.
Sure, that has nothing to do with me or anything I did.
No, there's certainly no factors at play here that would result in me having irritation in my sinuses that expose them to bacteria. But no foreign agents at play. But,
no.
Sinus infection, could barely talk for about 3 days, and they just happened to line up with days that I was shooting weddings. Still managed to get a girl's number while I had this sinus infection and could barely talk, though. So that's a dub.
Oh my god.
But I can feel the tickle coming on here. So I might not be overly verbose in my critiques of these anime programs.
By the end of this podcast,
I'm going to sound terrible here soon. Yes. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, one last thing. Speaking of getting girls' numbers, did you know that there was an app for just impregnating chicks?
What?
For getting around, because getting a sperm donor is expensive. So there's an app called Just a Baby, where it's just Tinder, but you're you are just like being a human a human turkey
sperm
baster.
donor.
Yeah. And it's like
that is
which
the worst idea I have ever heard in my entire life.
Legally, that's insane. I mean, you have to like there has to it's meant to be like, oh, it's like a more convenient way, but like you still definitely got to sign something. You definitely got to get some lawyers. You definitely got to get tests, like STD tests, you know, because like some of them like some of them will just fuck you. Some of them are just like, yeah, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Some of it is just like, you know, I guess you just like do it into a vial or whatever. They don't want to, because they're lesbians or they're just uptight or I don't know, or both. But yeah, I found out about this because
if you're getting random sperm from somebody on an app, you're not uptight. that is
yeah, well, it's weird because it's like I think you go on a couple dates and then the idea is that you like get an Airbnb together for a weekend and just fuck nonstop until the chick is pregnant, and then this is the best part. You go on like you look at the reviews, the like people talking about like is this a good thing, you know, like how's your experience with this app on like Reddit, and all of the comments are women just being like but it's like it's full of guys who just want to like spread their seed or whatever, and it's like, bitch, what the fuck else is he getting out of this? Like, why? What do you think he wants out of this? What else is there to get? It's like, it's a bunch of guys with breeding fetishes. Like, yeah, you're saving money.
Well, why do you care?
Exactly. It's
exactly
so fucking insane. Oh
that
my
is
God.
that is
the most woman thing ever. It's just like, what, he wants to fuck me on the breeding app where I get pregnant? Like, yeah, dude, you fucking retard.
This is absolutely completely manufactured. None of this is real. This is entirely right-wing propaganda.
No. Listen, the only reason I found out about this is because a big gun YouTuber got caught with a profile on here, and he's married, and he said he's impregnated 9 families. And he said one of the things from his profile that was funny is he goes like, cool with being in the child's life or not. and also he says, I have an extremely high sperm count.
I know a female couple who used it. They both got pregnant from the donor they found on the app. Yo, dude, got a threesome.
Oh my God! See, like, it's like
okay, maybe
that's you win the lottery.
Retract some statements.
I'm telling you,
I gotta retract some statements here.
It's an attractive proposition in some sense.
Wow.
I mean, I would not. I would feel worse about. I would rather leave a child like in the third world, like in poverty, than to condemn a child to having 2 lesbian moms. Genuinely, like in the worst, like Sudan. Like if I knew that kid was getting an AK-47 like as soon as he can walk, I would still not feel as bad as leaving a kid with 2 moms.
The thing is, very fortunately, it quickly becomes 1 mom from what I've seen. So that's not that bad. From my experience with my cousin, she is now a single mom of a boy, and that seems like it's working okay. So for
her, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah. Exactly.
What is the name of this app? That is Just a Baby. JAB.
That kid's asking for a friend. The kid, no. Her son's doing fine. He's a great little boy. He's adorable. But
he loves to crochet.
This kid's she's a lesbian, dude. He's playing fucking sports. Fucking my dad knew that she was a lesbian from a young age because he took her fishing one time, and he came back.
No, he caused it.
He came back and he's like, I think she's a lesbian. She caught more fish than I did.
Oh, that's a great fucking story.
Oh fuck. His gaydar is unbelievable.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, no, I think she was like 16 or 17 or something, and like just new. Yeah, no, I'm fucking I am just horny enough to, not right now, but I mean, at least generally horny enough to where I think it would be. I could see downloading that and scrolling through and jerking off, but I definitely would never ever impregnate any of these hoes. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's insane. I mean,
that's
because like that's your kid.
Yeah,
I know that. I know that the idea is that like, oh, they just want your genetics or whatever. But like that's your that is your child at least 50%. You know, so
I would say exactly 50%.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be around. Come on, let's be honest. But like, yeah.
I mean, like it is no different technically from donating sperm, but like that's very impersonalized, which, you know, like that doesn't really. I don't know. You're kind of just hiding it at that point. You're kind of pretending.
Yeah. Like well, it's like when you go and get meat at the grocery store. It's like you don't have to kill
this impregnation's got a face on it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And like you get the bust on the face, and then they'll be like, "Who was supposed to go inside? Why did you put it on my face?"
Oops.
But
guess we gotta.
Oh, guess we gotta go again.
Wait another 6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, 6. Come on, bro. 6 hours.
To fully load up, I don't know. I got to drink.
No, I'm ready.
Eat a lot of celery.
Ready to rip. Fuck no, I'm ready to go. Maybe I should be on here. I could fucking dump about 5 a day if I had to. You know? Are they paying you?
I bet a lot of cases they'll pay you. Yeah, I think it's kind of a case by case. Like you have to like work it out yourselves though.
$599 a piece, so that it's not. You can write it like they're not going to report it on the taxes. You don't want that coming in as contractor income because then you're going to get got.
Yeah, I only take Bitcoin for impregnations.
Oh, wow. That is a dystopian fucking world.
Sci-fi.
Cyberpunk.
Hell yeah. It's hard. I'm looking like, I was looking at that app being like, I really never had any health problems. I'm actually doing I don't have any mental problems. I'm fucking like actually kind of like set up.
I got a job, own a home.
Yeah, I'm fucking like I've never like never had no dental problems, never needed glasses. How
tall are you though?
I'm 6 foot, obviously. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, we rounding up a little bit, huh?
No, they don't know the dude.
I'm rounding up by.
No, dude.
Because they're gonna get the yardstick out and they're gonna put 2 of those yards right next to each other and see. And if you're not tall enough to ride this ride,
no, it's fine.
Yeah, if you got the inserts in, if you got the
I don't.
4-inch, if you have the 4-inch inserts in your shoes, if you're wearing the Tom Cruise shoes, and they've got you on an Apple box.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Rick DeSantis boots. I got the high heels inside.
Fuck being all right.
Ron DeSantis, not Rick.
We gotta talk some Japanimation here.
We should, I think. What was the other thing? I was thinking of some other big advantage I have on Just a Baby.
Happy D, any child will be lucky to have you as one of their parents. How dare you? Dare you? You have the finest taste when it comes to podcasts that exclusively go up on YouTube.
I will personally vouch for it. I don't know if there's a voucher system on Just a Baby, but I will be a reference for any of our listeners. If you create a profile, I will have any of these bitches call me. I will absolutely. I'll go on a fucking rant. I will fight for you like you're paying me. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll be
and
like,
if you need somebody
need
who
this
is,
guy's come right now.
And if
unless the girl is geographically anywhere close to me, in which case I'll be like, actually, fuck that guy. You should really go with this other guy I know. Here's his number, and then she calls the number. It's me again. Hello.
If you need somebody who's a reference who is over 6 foot tall, I am also available. And what's the gang stalking phone number? Give that out. That's a reference. Yeah, my reference is gang stalking podcast at gmail.com.
Well, my big advantage, only 2 wisdom teeth, and only one of them ever came in, and I didn't need to get either of them removed.
Your superior evolution. Did you have to get your appendix out?
No.
I was born without one, so take that.
You don't have an appendix?
No, of course
true.
I do.
Okay.
I'm just lying.
You could tell a girl that. You could tell 2 lesbians that, and they'll be like, "Whoa."
How do you think I got that girl's number last night? I was telling her, I'm like, you can feel this right here, and I put her hand on my cock, and I'm like, You feel that? No appendix.
Yeah, nothing. You can't feel the appendix beat. See? She's like, how?
This is by far the most enjoyment I've got out of the dumbest material we have ever worked with. But maybe I'm just super loaded.
Send your sperm recipients the number 419-777-8625. That spells something. I can't remember what it is. 419-777-8625. I will convince a woman to let you impregnate her. And that's a guarantee. That's a 100% guarantee. All right. Let's talk about these motherfucking shows. You thought we forgot about fall? Thought we forgot about autumn? Did he leave? He just left, didn't he?
All right. I'm here.
I can't believe he just left. Yes, it's the finale of fall. We didn't forget. We're finishing it up like we always end up doing eventually. And the first show is Kimi wa Meido-sama. You are Ms.
Talking
Servant.
about finishing.
I guess. You like this one?
Well, I have to take whatever perspective you don't.
Oh,
have.
Am I going first?
So we can argue. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing the genuine opinion. This week we thought like we record every week. This episode we thought we'd spice it up, where one of us gives our genuine opinion, the other one has to argue, sort of like law school. You have to argue the opposite side, no matter what. So this one. Because all these are gonna be like, we're like, it's like okay, not that good. And the other one has to be like, it's like a little good. Like, what's the opposite of that?
I will never take a stronger opinion about something being a 6 as opposed to a 4 ever than right now in this moment. You give me what you got. Lay it on me.
This is a manga. Felix Film is the studio. It's the director of Nazo no Kanojo X. Remember that one? After the Rain. Summertime Rendering. It's about a girl who walks around in just jingles and jangles. She's covered in bells and whistles everywhere she goes. She's jingling, which is a bad trait for an assassin, which it turns out she is, which we learn later. But our main character. Also, why is the opening so scary?
They jammed every single aesthetic they could into this opening. It is this is, as the kids say, it is doing too much.
Yeah, it's like it's so many crazy art styles. Yeah, but it did kind of provide me some reassurance that the show might not just be like I'm a total loser and here's a girl for me to trip over and touch her boobs by accident.
They're going to try at least. There's at least a certain amount of effort here. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, our main guy is a neat. He's the rare type of neat where he has an entire residential home, like a 2 or 3 bedroom home to himself. What a weirdo! What kind of loser would just walk around by himself in like an unfurnished 3-bedroom house? But he's doing the neat thing in Japan of having like garbage bags specifically lying around everywhere. That's just how they show so that someone is like not taking care of themselves, is there's just like garbage everywhere.
That's in the movie I made, because it's really easy to fill garbage bags with stuff to make them look like they're full. Because if you just jam a bunch of stuff into a garbage bag, it's like, oh wow, that's a bunch of trash and it's all of my clothes.
Yeah, it's a bunch of cardboard and styrofoam.
Exactly.
So there's one thing I did notice about this show is that there's something, it's basically just like a comedy. But there's something really weird about like the sound effects and the direction and the total lack of music in some of the scenes. It feels kind of unfinished in spots. It feels kind of like bare. I don't know. Yeah, she's a maid. She shows up to his house to offer to be a maid. Isn't this the exact opening of Maharomatic? I don't know if he's that much of a neat in that one, but
we've seen this.
He turns her away, and then he almost. This was very close to being an isekai. Which would have been.
Oh my god, Chuck-kun was trying to make a statement here. They were trying to make an appearance.
How funny would it have been to just Chuck-kun him right there, and then the maid never shows up again? That would be a bold move. I'd respect that tremendously. But most of the show is basically just revolving around drawing a lot of individual hair strands on this girl and making her very pretty, which she is. And also it's like, you know, she's a cold-hearted assassin who's seen some shit, so she's never had a warm, loving home life. So he feeds her dry pork, and she's like, wow. And I was like, you got to put some sauce on that pork. And then she does put some sauce on the pork. She likes it even more. She's also extremely tall, which, you know, in anime means she's like 5'4", but she's compared to him, she's very tall. And I need her. And the show is honestly not that bad.
Yeah. We have discussed.
You keep cutting out for a little bit. You're doing some cutting.
Am I really? What about now?
Yeah. I mean,
am I good? Am I good?
You did not just there.
Okay, yeah. So like, this is, what if you had a girlfriend but she was your mom? This is like, what if you had a lady that was your girlfriend, but
she's a little too autistic to be a mom? Isn't she more? It's more of a chobits. It's like she's like an automaton. You know, she's like, you're teaching her how to be a human type thing.
But the build is mom. But
yes.
the build is
moms,
mom.
You know,
yeah, right. Yeah, your mom likes to drink tonkatsu sauce, which I understand. Yeah. I get it. I love drinking me some tonkatsu sauce. So,
you're saying this girl is on Just a Baby, TM? That's right. You can find girls just like this on Just a Baby, and you can cream pie them and then leave.
Yeah. So this is you've seen this. You've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what all these parts are. You know where this is going.
Yep.
She is her history. She has way too much trauma in her past to ever be able to. She's ever nestle comfortably into a home life anywhere. She is fucked. He's fucked too. I mean, he's crying in his sleep over his parents, I guess. Like, I mean, he's cooked. They're both cooked. They're cooked together. And I know that they're going to find a way to make it cute that they're cooked together, but these people are both so fucked up. Yeah. We've seen it before. It looks pretty nice, at least. So,
yeah, it was better than I was expecting from something called Kimi wa Meido-sama.
Been there and have done that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Next.
Okay. Yes. Next.
Oh wait, shit! I was supposed to challenge your opinion on this.
Yeah, it's.
I think it was. I think I kind of did it. Is that I was even more neutral than you were positive, which I think is fair. I almost completely outright dismissed this, and you imparted any sort of perspective on it.
Yep,
so that's
the opposite type of neutral. Great.
Yes,
it.
We've done it. Okay,
all
great.
Right,
perfect.
your turn next. Okay. Party kara Tsuihou sareta Sono Chiyushi Jitsu wa Saikyou ni Tsuki. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest. Oh my fucking god!
Whoa,
I love this. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. You're doing. Yes, you're doing the real opinion. I'm just assuming. Holy shit! This was so good. There's no way we have ever watched anything like this before, and it is. Not a light novel. Okay, it's not Opposite Day. It is a light novel. It's Studio L. Good fucking lord, this is so good, and I remember it. It's more of a romance. Really. Wait. Are my screenshots are out of order? Hold on. That's not that show.
Oh
yeah, it's this one.
This is a good sign for a show you loved.
I was just trying to get to it. No, I noticed immediately. Yeah, so look at that logo. That's such a good logo for a show.
Yeah, I can read that.
It's honestly, it's a nice romance. It's like this. It's a girl who's looked up to this guy for a long time. I find it very cute, and I like the ED training montage. That was fun.
What was your least favorite part? Just because we need to have some sort of, you have to provide the good and the bad.
Ethan, my least favorite part is that it ended.
Unbelievable. That's because that was my favorite part. Hey,
so you're always such a negative Nelly.
I'm a negative something. This is obviously this blows.
Look at this screenshot and tell me this is not a good show right now. I love blue hair girls. What?
To be fair, we do
see your vagina bones.
We do have the V. We've got the V.
You've got the mons pubis or whatever that is.
You might be changing my perspective on this a lot because of this very simply drawn anime girl.
That is a good drawing. Like that, like the the way the pants sit. It's all looks nice. It's comfy.
I believe that those pants are going to stay on that girl. When I watch this, I look at this. I'm like, those pants are not going anywhere. She is totally going to stay closed.
Apparently, girls can just do that. Like there's this thing I guess on TikTok where girls like don't realize that guys need belts, because the pants sit on their giant fertile hips and they just don't need anything else.
Shakira proved this. Yes,
but like I feel like they would still slide down like as you're doing stuff. I guess not for them. They're just like, whoa, you need a belt or else your pants fell down. And I'm like, yeah, obviously. And they're like, what the fuck? So
that's a good reminder because I have a feminine sort of hip thing going on where mine don't lie, and I still do need a belt. So this obviously sucks total shit. It's nothing. It is, what if the guy who doesn't have a party, can't find anybody at his party, is the sickest guy ever.
Take a look at this. Ethan thinks this sucks, everyone. He hates this. He hates what you're looking at right here.
I look like a doofus. Yeah, this one shot, I knew you were going to screen cap this. The one shot they threw in there to give us
I wonder
anything.
why you knew. It's like, it was like you recognized that it was good.
The only effort put in this entire show can't even give me the feet. I'm not even a foot freak or anything.
She's a fun, ganky, tomboyish, like karate girl wearing a cool outfit, and she likes this guy. And I don't know what the fuck else you could ever want.
At least give me her feet. Again, I'm not a freak about.
There's 11 more episodes, baby.
I'm not into them, but like, look at how tiny her hand is in that.
their pants won't slide down as they do stuff because girls don't do stuff.
Got them.
Boom.
Got their asses.
I'm always doing stuff.
This is complete track. I mean, I almost made a comment about this. Why? Imagine having to translate this. Imagine if your job is you're a person who has to sit down and watch this and translate this from Japanese into English, and you're like, holy fuck, because I can barely pay attention to this. And if it was my job to pay attention to this, I would never be able to do it. It would not happen. I would immediately start looking out the window or doing anything other than trying to pay attention to this. If you put party in the title of an anime, it is fucking doomed immediately. So, yeah.
This is pretty easy if you actually speak both languages.
This sucks.
Wrong.
All right. Well, you made a valiant effort.
I don't know how long I have to stay in the...
Yeah, I think we're good. Good. I forgot on the first show. I think we could skip.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Tsuma Shougakusei ni Naru, or Tsuma Show for short. I don't know. There's no English title.
Happy D is saying, okay, Happy D is trying to deconstruct my argument because it seems that he has also chosen to take your side in the thing, which I respect.
2-on-1, let's go.
I love it. The thing is that when I'm taking photos of these people or video, because that's what I do, I am interacting with human beings rather than staring at a screen. And just transcribing these things, which is like...
Oh, your camera doesn't have a screen?
Infinitely more... Yeah, the people that I'm talking to directly face-to-face every day don't have a screen on them anywhere. Other than
you get paid to talk to people face-to-face? I don't think so.
It's so good. Pictures, oh, fuck. Oh, I love talking to people face-to-face. It's so awesome. Okay.
This is a manga studio signpost. Remember them? They did Kingdom seasons 3, 4, and 5. Remember that?
Of course.
Yeah, and Oda Cinnamon Nobunaga.
Is that the dog? Is that the one where he's a dog?
The one where he's a dog. Yeah. Those are the two most relevant shows I could find.
What a pedigree! Really.
Oh yeah. So yes, we get business meetings. These first few scenes, they have such a sort of foggy bloom on them that I thought it was like a flashback. I guess it was kind of a flashback, or like we were about to be isekai'd. It's It's like this story of a guy. I totally forgot what this show was, honestly. So like I'm watching this and I'm like, what the like I was like, this is obviously an isekai, you know.
This dude has.
They made this guy. It's fucked up how ugly they made him. It's actually kind of amazing.
It's crazy how much Riz he has, though.
That too, yeah.
This dude has the most insane retard game I have ever seen, where he has no personality outside of he gets married to a lady and the lady dies, and that's for some reason he's just so attractive to women. They just cannot resist him.
Work. Yeah, it's absolutely. That could not be true in real life. Like divorced dad or widower. That's absolute top of the fucking food chain.
Widower is a slam dunk for sure.
If you're a depressed looking widower, single dad, holy fuck, dude, you are.
Yeah, but even
set.
before this lady knows that she's going to die. That's the only way that she could be so attracted to this dude. Because she's the best. Like if you look at her, look at how awesome she is with that little strand of hair popping down in front of her face.
I don't know if she's supposed to be like normal looking or like what her deal's supposed to be really.
I want to fuck her, so I
guess yeah, mission accomplished.
I did it. I fucked this lady.
Yep. By the way, I'm just going through my notes before I talk about the plot more. I was noticing different things the OST was ripping off. I did notice MGMT Kids. It was ripping off at one point. It was doing and then later it was doing fucking the Master and Commander duet from the end.
Hell yeah.
It's like the same. I swear. I'm not making that up. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, but the wedding is a social construct only partaken by sheeple, just as really as the characters in a 4 out of 10 isekai. Checkmate. You should
put that in the just a baby profile that you're setting up, just so that people know that you're down.
Yeah,
I am sleep.
Humans
grammar
weren't meant
to
be monogamous. I'm sleep, grammar go bad, me sleep. Night night, happy D.
That'll work.
Go dark time now
on your profile. Yeah.
Yeah, I come, then I go sleep. They'll love that. Yeah, so I really the biggest takeaway for me for this show is just how like in the dark I was, because I was like what type of isekai are we doing? Like what's going on here? And then I was like, wait, did she die? And then I was like, oh, she didn't die, because I thought the daughter was her. I got mixed up because the daughter grows up a whole lot. And lady gives Hai some rice. Who gave what? I don't know what happened there. Oh, right, the lady gave him some rice. But yeah, they have a wedding, and it's just like they're going through their whole life, and I was just like, why is this show doing this to me? You're making me go through this whole relationship with like a child and everything, and I know you're just gonna kill this lady. It's like, why are you fucking doing that to me? And then I was like, oh fuck, it's that show. It's my wife is an elementary schooler. that blindsided me. I was like, this show totally fucking got me so good.
How did you forget? Because this is the only thing I've been thinking about for 3 weeks.
It's been so long. I forgot about it completely. I was like, oh damn, yes, it's that. And I've also it's the child wife is Aoyuki. So yeah, it's great. It's wife's back, and this time the story of a man whose wife comes back from the dead, but now she's sexy. Uh-oh. No. Joking. Come on.
I know you're joking. Now she's fucking annoying and not even remotely like the lady that she grows up to be. She's a brat.
She's very wife-like. I mean, she's a bit like...
Yeah, but the wife wasn't that way when we saw her before.
Well, that's how he remembers her. It was in
his wife was a fucking cunt then, and we want her to be dead? Is that what we want?
She's not that much of a cunt. She's just like, if your wife, like, if you were left to your own devices for 10 years, and then your wife came back, she would chew you out a little bit,
sorry, bitch. Were you fucking living without your husband?
Oh, sorry. I was just busy not being dead. I was maintaining homeostasis over here. What were you doing? Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had to up and go die, and then I'm fucking left to raise our child by myself while having a full-time job. Oh, I didn't know it was that easy. Literally being coddled out of the fucking womb for 10 years. Literally, you've had no responsibilities. I don't want to hear shit from a 10-year-old about how hard I should be working to fucking maintain my home life when you died. Like, get out of here, fucking bitch.
I mean, you know, she still has the personality of a kid. Like, she's got the memories of his wife, but I think, you know, she's still kind of childish. I come, then I sleep. I will not leave your house until I wake naturally. Do not wake me prematurely. Try it, and you will not conceive.
Oh. It's a good threat.
That's assertive. Yeah, I like that.
They're getting a little turned on from that for sure.
But yeah, it is cowardly that he doesn't fuck her because let's be honest, it would be okay. No, yes, immediately. It's his fucking wife. She proves immediately that she is undeniably his wife, reincarnated.
Yeah, but wait. Are we going with the train of thought of that she still has the personality of a 10-year-old? And the temperament of the wife?
The temperament. The memories are who you are. You are, you know, your memories are who you are as a person. I mean, like that's not something you can like.
He didn't meet his wife until she was a full-blown adult-ass adult.
Yeah.
Like I don't think if he saw pictures of his wife when she was 10 and he'd be like, oh yeah, it's so hot. Like, no.
Well, I'm not saying that he is going to be attracted to her, but it's like it's your wife. You're going to fuck her.
You have to do it anyway.
Now, on the other hand, if she came back as a dude, I would say absolutely don't fuck her. So I guess I am being kind of hypocritical. I guess that is actually that's a bit of a sticky wicket there on that one. It's like, yeah, she should absolutely fuck her. If she's a dude, no, don't.
Whoa, you gross.
Yeah.
You have to do some soul searching on that one.
Damn, I trapped myself on that one.
Oh my god, I wasn't even trying to take the alternative perspective on this show. Dude, you just own gold.
I know. I have to, you know, I have to self-criticize. It's I have to explore things from every angle.
You're learning. Yes. No. This is part of the process of being a human. Is determining whether or not it's acceptable to fuck your 10-year-old wife.
Or if she came back as like an old lady, I'd be like, nah, dude, you don't have to do that.
Ew, gross.
But of course, in this show, I'm just like, well, yeah, I mean, you have to fulfill your marital duties. I mean, come on.
Yeah, to this prepubescent child.
She's his wife. Come on.
No, it's my prepubescent wife. You don't understand. Well, it depends on what religion you follow. Because there's we're not gonna we're gonna dodge that one. We're gonna keep going.
No, we're not. I don't care.
Yeah, no, we're gonna dip out of that because I was gonna start talking about
Buddhism,
the prophet Muhammad,
and
his 8-year-old bride.
9, I think. Come on. They matured fast back then. It was hard, you know. If you made it past if you made it past infancy, you were basically a lumberjack.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have the GMOs giving them tits at a young age.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I don't know. But also, like even teenagers look at high schoolers in like the 80s. They look like 45-year-old women. So I assume a 9-year-old looked like a 22-year-old.
Yeah, it's just because their skin sucked, and the thing is that
it was dry out there. Yeah.
And the thing is that those people were not. The melanin deficient people in the yearbooks you're looking at get aged by the sun far faster than if you were to have Elijah, you know, the Prophet Muhammad's wife, who was certainly of Arabic descent and profoundly brown. Her skin would be taut well into her late teens. So your whole argument's falling apart.
All right, okay. I guess
No, you can walk it back. There's still time. Walk it back. You can run the. Or you stand by this statement. This is a turning point.
About teenagers in the 80s looking old. I still think they look
old.
No.
This is you found yourself in a heavy rain or Detroit Become Human-esque.
What am I taking future
fork
drugs?
In the road.
I'm
tripping
over a bunch of ice cubes in the grocery store.
All right, whatever. Let's just.
Okay.
So
there's also another woman now who's trying to get in on that
this
widower.
This dude has insane aura. His pheromones must be crazy.
He's doing something right. Yeah.
He's not using
and they really did make him look fucked up.
This lady is so cute. Look at how cute the lady is that wants.
Yeah,
to,
very cute.
She's
only slightly dowdy office lady.
That's perfect. That's what you want for your second wife.
Yeah,
You already have a really beautiful child. You maybe get a couple of extra kids off of this one.
Yeah, but this is like this is gonna be like a little bit of drama. There's it's basically gonna be some jokes about how he looks like a creep because he's hanging out with his wife, who's now a child. They're not gonna bang. Yeah, family drama / comedy. Family dramedy.
Where do you think this goes? Do you think she loses the memories? Do you think this is a thing where she? Where do we think this goes here? Because obviously they can't act. He's not going to be in her life for 8 years.
I could see in the manga, he just ends up waiting and then remarrying his wife.
That's manga though, but you can't do that in Japanimation. You can't do an Usagi drop on this one.
They're not going to reach it.
You're not going to Usagi drop this.
Yeah,
no,
Kodomoto G-Con.
This is like they're going to have to end this bitch in 13 episodes. I'm going to say that she's going to lose the manga has. She's going to lose the memories.
That is one possibility. Yeah. Do you think that then she just becomes like a regular girl?
God, that would be extremely confusing.
There's 14 volumes of the manga. Oh yeah, no, I think it goes on for a while, man. He might have to end up waiting because that's 140 chapters or whatever.
This Wikipedia article has a lot of plot information. Holy shit! We'll have to read through this afterwards and see if this is nuts.
It ended. Yeah, I won't read it out loud, but I will read it. Okay. There is a definitive ending. I'm not going to say what it is, but it answers your question.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. All
right. Yeah,
I learned a lot.
You learned a lot.
Yeah, I have to retract all of my previous opinions on this.
Oh, do you?
Okay. Next.
Also, it's not a very good looking show, but it's not it's not terrible. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Oh yeah, that's how ugly he is. Look at how fucked up this fucking guy getting all this pussy. Raisei,
he does get a lot of pussy.
What? At least 2, or 3 if you think about it. Raisei wa Tanin Gai is Yakuza fiance manga. Dean's back. I love the opening scene of this because it's like a guy looking at a photo of of literally just himself in a wig and going like, "Oh yeah." I was just imagining me, just anyone just looking at a picture of yourself in a wig and just going like, yep, yeah, kind of a retro art style. It turns out I think this girl actually is supposed to kind of look like this. She's supposed to have kind of an intense face because she looks like her also Yakuza father.
We stand autogenophilia here. This is definitely
no.
Yes we do.
No, you don't.
Because this is what I do all the time. Is I look myself in the mirror and I'm like,
yourself
and I'm like, I look really good.
Yeah, this is a sort of arranged, not really an arranged marriage. It's because it's not. They don't have to get married. It's more of like an arranged courtship.
They're flirting
or whatever.
with it. They're flirting
it's
with
like,
the
hey,
idea.
go stay with this guy. Our families are friends because they're both Yakuza. I feel like normally in Yakuza shows they don't say the word Yakuza so much. I thought it was kind of in poor taste to say that, but they say Yakuza a whole lot.
That's how you know it's not written by anybody with connections.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, they're Yakuza families, and one sends their girl to possibly marry the Yakuza boy. Man, why can't white parents do this?
I was gonna say this sounds awesome.
It's the best. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, come on, man.
You know myself better than I do. I'm sure you could be able to find somebody that's compatible.
Yeah,
or at least is wealthy. That sounds nice.
That'd be nice. Yeah. So she ends up transferring to the same school as him. There's some mean girls. He has like a fan club. He's a handsome boy. He beats up a rape gang for her. So far, this is like a very shoujo-y, like very female show where the conflict is like, oh, I like this guy, but he's so tough and so violent. Oh, I'm so conflicted. Like, yeah, sure you are, you fucking bitch.
Hold on. She beats the fuck out of these guys too.
Oh, like he beats them unconscious, and then he keeps beating them in the face over and over again.
Which is so sick.
He's like, remember my face, and she's just like, oh no, I'm not sure about this guy. I'm totally not sopping wet right now.
This is basically like the perfect male fantasy. I know
It's
this
the
is
female
written for
fantasy.
women. I know it's written for women. It turns out guys and ladies want the same shit. Because I
guess,
to stop a girl from being raped by a gang by beating up all the dudes with their bare hands and then just pulverizing them. Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't it sound like just like
I don't know if I want to beat guys up that bad. Like it's a lot, you know.
Yeah,
like
but no, you beat them just to the edge of death.
That's
taking really
their
like
teeth out and shit.
Oh yeah.
Just
no,
for
I know,
like, I mean, like,
know.
because like what would be going through my head is like, I know they were taking her into an alley, but like that doesn't mean they were definitely gonna rape her, like, you know.
Well, they're
like,
definitely not now. When I'm done with them.
Yes, they're not now. What if you're in flip flops?
Man.
No,
what if you're in flip flops? Something that goes through my head a lot when I'm fantasizing about beating dudes up. It's like if you're getting into a fight, you've got to make sure you're wearing fight worthy shoes.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Okay. Keep going. I just that scene is it worked for me on many levels.
Yes. So I thought that was going to be like the crux of the show. Is like this very simple, like, oh no, this guy's hot, but he's also really hot. What do I do? Uh-oh, are there more guys? And then it takes a really weird turn where he's like, I fucking hate you because you're not fucked up enough and you're not berating me and you're not a bad enough bitch for me. And she's like, huh? and then like he's just like, I want a fucking chick who fucking beats me up and fucks up my life and just absolutely destroys me. Yeah. I need all the bad bitches up in Equinox. I need to know if you're a freak or not. And then so it's just like, that was an odd thing to say. And then she's just like, all right. She gets like a bunch of poop put into her shoes by the bully girls. And she's like, all right, fucks this. And then I thought it was going to be kind of a Grease-esque, like, oh, I dress Yakuza now and I talk stuff, but she sells a kidney and gives him all the money. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Does that actually happen, or
No.
is she lying? She's lying to him.
Oh, you're saying you're not asking if that happens in real life?
No.
I'm
saying I interpreted that as her like lying to him because she has access to resources, of course. I took that as her being basically lying to him because she says like, oh yeah, I need to get, like I need to have intravenous, fluid injections from now on because I had my kidney removed. I took that to be her just faking it. I thought she was lying to him.
Yeah, it's weird that they didn't tip us off to that, but yeah, I could imagine her like lying about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she decides to act tough and he immediately likes her. After
becomes
that.
a simpering fucking puppy for her, yeah.
So
this rocks.
She's gonna be like a tough Yakuza wife, but she has to like act it. And then will she really become that for real? Who knows?
I thought this was great. I thought this was super entertaining. I like the main character a lot of the girl. I thought she was a fun protagonist. I like the sort of like the guy that she's trying to manipulate is so straightforward and how fucked up he is that it makes it easy. And I really dug it. I thought it was super fun.
Yeah, if he has like a character arc, because right now he's like almost like a sociopath. Like he's like not even a human. Mm-hmm. He just loves violence, and specifically having violence done to him. Even he just wants danger.
Yeah.
So if he becomes like a real person, that'll be neat. If she like, I guess she will maybe reconcile her Yakuza bad bitch self with her real self.
Probably gonna meet somewhere in the middle.
I would guess.
Yeah, but I dug it. I thought I thought the main character I thought she was entertaining because she's like going along with the situation that she's been presented with and trying to make the best of it, and then taking control of the situation, which I think is just fun.
Like, all right, yeah, it's such a strange premise.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty funny. Neat.
Next
up, Youkai Gakkou no Sensei Hajimemashita, a terrified teacher at Ghoul School. Another show that I love so much that I couldn't even look at it because it was so beautiful. So I was barely able to stare at the screen. I was looking away. I was like, oh, it's too gorgeous and entertaining. I have to look at Twitter, and I did not watch this. I barely watched it. Everyone was a spooky ghost. I remember. It's a manga by satellite.
I got a few things I want to say about these spooky ghosts. Okay.
Yep.
So not good, but
Aw.
I do like the little Tanuki boy that is for some reason a little chibi monster man.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. I like his shtick. And there was one other character I liked as well. Who did I like?
The umbrella boy, or the long neck girl, or the big skeleton who transforms into a cute girl?
Yeah, they're all kind of the same shtick. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I liked the little Tanuki boy. I thought he was humorous.
Mm-hmm.
He reminded me of a comic strip cartoon from my younger days. He reminded me of who's the little hapless fat fellow from the Sunday comics? Hold on.
Is it? Oh, you said
not
not
Heathcliff,
not,
but
not Ack.
No, not Kathy. No,
not Kathy. What like Foxtrot?
Ziggy reminded me a little bit of Ziggy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know Ziggy. I can't picture Ziggy off the top of my head.
I'll get some images of Ziggy for you. He's such a riot.
Oh, Ziggy. Yeah.
He's just a laugh him up yuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God, how much does it cost to buy a Ziggy compilation? Let's see. I want to own every Ziggy comic strip. Anyway.
Yeah, this was full of ghosts, delivered on its promise. I give it an 8 out of 10.
I just as a counterpoint, I'm going to give this about a 4, because it's not horrible, and it does have the funny little Tanuki boy, and I liked the way that the school that he's in looks, like the look of the school. I like that they put a lot of detail into like the building itself, and I thought that was kind of neat. It seems like a cute environment, but it's not particularly good.
Well, I hate you.
Did you feel me?
Okay, now that I'm done with
Yeah, give me the real.
I'm surprised you went 4. I would have given this shit a 2. This is like, what the fuck, man?
No, yeah, it's fine. It's
Is
fine.
it fine?
Fine.
Oh my
fine.
god.
Seen way worse.
All right.
Seen way worse.
I mean, we've always seen worse, but like, man, I could.
I gave my reasons. I gave my reasons.
You like the design of the school.
Yeah.
All right.
It's enough.
I guess. All right. Okay.
It seems like they're setting up a lot. Seems like this is really going to pay off. This is really going to pay off.
So much world building. Yeah.
Yeah, in about 40 episodes, you'll really get the brilliance of this.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yarinaoshi Reijou wa Ryuutei Heika Kouryaku-chuu. The do-over damsel conquers the dragon emperor. Light novel, JC Staff.
I'm just going to go piss while you would describe this shit.
Okay. So this is like, we got this aristocrat, like prince, or whoever, I think he's a prince guy, and the main character is his fiance, this lady or girl, and or wife, but I think they're just engaged, and he's going to kill her because he doesn't want to marry her, and also she found out that he's been doing some sexy stuff with his sister, not diddling. I wouldn't say he's involved in an inappropriate relationship. He's doing some bad sister stuff. He's a siscon. So he kills her dramatically, and then she goes back to the past. She gets to redo it all over again, and she goes back to the night where he first proposed to her, where she's like, I don't know, she's like a kid, and he's like probably like a teenager. You know, it's the olden times. Is he back?
I'm here.
What's up?
So
Yeah, I described what's going on in the show. What I would say is, first of all, you really got to have a better plan than this if this happens to you. Like, so
crazy.
It's so
she's
like
fucked from the jump.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, you're on this path. You're engaged to this guy who is going to end up murdering you. What can you do? You have years. You have at least, I'm going to say 6 years.
Man.
4-6 years. And, you know, you could do the classic wife thing and just slowly poison him. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
So easy. They didn't know what poisons were back then. They couldn't detect them. They didn't have test kits.
He's fevered. He's fevered in the brain.
You could kill him in his sleep. You know, you have so much time to figure this out. And when she decides,
an assassin has come in through the window, stabbed him in the neck, and then fled from here.
Yeah.
Whatever will I do? Yeah. No,
but
her
instead,
decision was, I'm going to attach myself to the first person I see as soon as I respawn.
Yeah, I'm just going to get engaged to another random guy who's in the room instead, who turns out to be their biggest enemy, or who will be their biggest enemy, but then he turns out to be like a weird goofball.
He's
very sensitive.
He's got some sexual predilections that are a little worrying. Yeah, this guy's perfect.
He's into blondes. You know, who isn't?
He's a pervert. Yeah. So
he doesn't even try anything with her. He's a chivalrous gentleman.
He is. It's like respawning in a video game and just rage running into the fight that you just lost. It's
like, oh, what if I use this gun? What does this fucking work? Fuck you.
Yeah. This is nuts. I mean, I guess to a certain degree, like. This is speed running the worst decision you can make, because like I get that she's probably, the fully realized version of herself. We see her at the beginning and she seems like slightly self-actualized, but she's probably not like that competent still in the grand scheme of things.
Maybe.
But literally just go leave the building for a bit and think for any amount of time. Literally just be like, I have to go, you take a piss. And then go take a piss.
That's what she tries to do, though. She does leave the party.
Yeah, but go for a really long time. And then think about it. And then
it's like
process the
if
fact
you go to
you've
the
been
woods, there's probably
reincarnated.
monsters and stuff. There's that's a fantasy setting.
No, just literally go to the fucking bathroom. Sit in the bathroom on the toilet and be like, okay, I have been reincarnated in this body. The thing that I definitely should not do is immediately get myself into a situation where I'm committed to another person.
Yeah.
Because that was the problem the first time, was that I got myself betrothed, and that was an issue. So let's do anything we can to avoid that.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh no, who did I just propose to? Oh no, it's the guy who ends up going crazy and killing everyone.
Pick anybody else in the room.
Pick your own dad. Do something.
Yes.
She should have fucked her dad. Yes.
Start
doing it right there. Yeah, during the party.
Yeah, because what are they going to do? They're like they're not going to marry you off, so they're going to throw you in a dungeon or something.
Oh, she's tainted. She doesn't know what she's doing.
You got time. You got time to scheme. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Piss yourself and shit yourself right there in the moment. Just release your bowels.
Almost
in the middle of the
anything.
floor.
Yeah, almost anything would have been better. Really, yeah.
Honestly, any of the things that you can do is
just start screaming like a lunatic and having a psychotic break. Anything. Being like, I'm having my period now.
Yes.
Help.
Yeah. Accuse somebody of having raped you.
Yep.
You could be like, I'm actually.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah. Just anything other than attaching yourself to like a demon guy.
Yeah. Just add more variables.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
And this is like the premise of the show. So it's not like this is like a nitpick. Like this is not like being like a nitpicking douchebag sort of they could have done this thing that's slightly different. It's like, no, this is the primary action that she takes.
Yeah, I guess the
at
show
the
is just
very
it's just
beginning.
her being with this guy now.
Yeah. So I gotta say, it does seem like it would be nice to have him as your boyfriend. If you gotta have a boyfriend in this world, the guy who's basically like a puppy dog for you and buys you a bunch of dresses,
he's dark but misunderstood.
Yeah, he does seem like a better outcome, but this is a bad decision on its face. I would not have taken the same gamble.
It's not the most rational one, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be like mostly a comedy. It seems like, it's pretty lighthearted. Yeah.
I was bummed that he had to learn so quickly that she didn't want to marry him.
That too. That could have gone on. I think for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's there's funny faces. It's cute. It's actually not even that bad.
No, it's certainly not terrible. It's just perplexing. It's just like one of those things where you have to accept it's first episode convenience that gets us to where the show's going to go. And it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is next? Next is Hoshi Furu Oukoku no Nina. Nina, the Starry Bride. Speaking of weird convenience plots.
God.
Manga Signal MD. I really liked the opening to this one. It felt downright 2000s to me, like the type of music it was. But it's we're dealing with some scamps here, some tramps, and they're stealing bread. They're a bunch of kids. And then there's this one boy who's like really cute, and you're like, oh wait, that's a girl. And then they immediately start talking about how he's like their brother, and how he's a boy. And I was like, oh, I guess it's a boy. Okay, I won't mention, anything about him. And then a little bit later, I was like, wait a second, this is definitely going to end up being a girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it is. But yes, it's they're stealing food because they're orphans, and then what happens, I guess, is that the princess of the land dies in a horse carriage. Just going straight off, just Thelma and Louising it straight off a cliff.
The commentary from the people who were like the guards was cracking me the fuck up, because it's like, oh, we didn't see this coming. They're like, oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
Whoops.
Yeah, they're not like freaking out like, holy fuck, we just killed the princess. Oh my god, we're doomed. Which
it's
is
also like, was it even their
having.
fault? It's like their course of action is to replace the princess, which is so insane. So
and what are you doing? What are you doing? Imagine right now, Declan, your sister dies, and you have to replace your sister.
Well,
okay,
so
have it.
for a princess, I think the idea is like, it's like the king. It's like his third wife's daughter. He's like barely ever seen her, so it's like. I get
all the people
that,
in their life that have met this person, and you could be like, that's not the same person.
It seems like at least the help is in on it. Yeah, I don't know who is not in on it and who is, but just like if you go to a king, even if he's an asshole and he's like, look, whoever was driving that carriage drove off a fucking cliff, there's a chance you won't just be executed. If they if the king notices that you've just replaced the princess with a different person, it's like
certain death.
even in like a modern, like even like in modern times, if you replace a person, it's like you have to fucking that's fucked up.
Many layers of fraud. Yeah,
serious. That's a serious criminal problem. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's so nuts.
I like the idea of just plundering what was in the carriage and finding a new life. Because it's like you're like if it's such a problem,
you skip town.
If you know for sure that
replace yourself. It's so easy to replace people. Just replace yourself. You're just like, hey,
on the hierarchy of ways to approach this. This is a running theme throughout this season for some reason. On the hierarchy of ways to approach this situation. Number one is leave and find a new life as like a manual laborer or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two is I'm just gonna go back and tell them what happened, and if I get killed, I get killed, and that's the end of my life. That's the big truck coon coming for us at the end of our existence anyway, is we're gonna die. And then number 3 is we're trying to replace this person, because that's insane to think that would ever work.
Like, he might as well try and build like an automaton. Like in Bill and Ted, like he built a robot princess. And he's
evil princess.
Yeah, here she is, Your Highness, and she's just like she's dancing around like Megan.
Boy.
But yeah, and also I guess the princess is actually alive, and like she's probably living a scamp life.
Yeah,
and then the scamp is living the princess life, and then they're gonna meet each other.
Oh, do you think the little boy made an arrangement with the princess, maybe? Because that would be a thing too, where like the scamp could sneak her out.
The princess probably wanted out of the princess life, and so she met up with the scamp boy.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
And the boy is like, this is actually a better arrangement for both of you, because you're going to go be a princess, which is of course.
We figured it out.
Instantly.
I had half of the puzzle piece there, but yes, that is absolutely 100%. We just figured out all 200 chapters of this, or however many they are.
There's probably going to be a point where the two of them are conspiring together, and it's going to be okay. Anyway, now that we've solved this television program,
we've solved my princess riddle. So yeah, this is we do some princess training then. There's a lot of what. It's a common thing, when
No, I get it.
in like Princess Diaries or whatever.
Don't let me near any princesses, otherwise I want to run train on them for sure.
You can't do that by yourself. Who do
you fucking calling up, dude?
All right. Didn't want to be presumptuous.
You get my seconds.
Thanks. No, it's the same time. That's the point. That's seconds. But yes, she has to do princess stuff, and she's not a princess, and that's the thing. And there's a lot of cute outfits. That's one thing I like. She's always in a different cute outfit every scene. She's cute. She
got a bad wig on. That wig looks bad.
You wouldn't even think about it as being a wig if you didn't know it was a wig.
I knew it was a wig immediately.
Well, yeah, because of the plot. But like, I'm just saying, if you saw this character...
No, it's a bad wig. Her hair looks bad. She got bad hair. What do you want me to say?
It's not the best, but I mean, I don't know. It's not that bad. All right. What was I gonna say?
It's silly. It's silly.
It's I think girls would like this. You get to. It's like, hey, what if you were a princess? They like that.
You sound like a Hasbro executive in like 1980. like board games that are literally just like, what if girls got to put jewelry on?
Yeah.
How do we sell it? It works.
Suddenly her hair is short and she's in this outfit. It's great. It did work.
In the 80s they would just make board games where girls put jewelry on, and they would sell like fucking gangbusters.
Oh yeah.
I remember because I played it with my female cousins, my sister. Okay. That's why I was so cute as a kid, is that I was wearing dresses and putting earrings in. I had to get it out of my system. Okay, next,
Maou 2099, Demon Lord 2099. Insane name. Goes hard.
This shit goes hard as fuck.
Light novel, JC Staff. It starts with this very generic sort of like a fantasy end of Gurren Lagann. It looks nice. It's got this like nice like coloring and filter over it. I don't know. It looks filmy. But we have that scene. It's like good guy versus evil guy, and then bad guy wakes up. He's in the future, and the magic world and the human world have collided and merged long ago, and he's now a fish out of water. Can you believe it? And the biggest takeaway from this show is that this is the show that I saw a clip of earlier this month, or probably earlier last month, that it has Toa from Hololive playing on all the billboards, and then they replace her with pornography, which I think I saw a clip where she's talked about how she didn't know they were doing that. I don't know, something like that. It was funny. Anyways, I like it when I'm just such a sucker. I like it when the VTubers then they have the cameos. It works on me. The bad cheap tie-ins and cameos marketing works on me. But honestly, the show looks kind of nice. And there's a cute girl in like a Chinese dress, and it's a very the design of this future city honestly isn't even that bad.
This
what? Say again?
This just isn't that bad.
It's just not that
bad. It's not that bad.
He goes to visit his old right hand man who now who's now is the head of Ishimaru Heavy Magic Industries. I was talking about Heavy Industries the other week. It's fun.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I like there's just enough. There's just enough in we've seen Demon Lord comes to modern times a lot. But I'll tell you what, Demon Lord goes to the future, just enough. Still works.
Yeah, there's some funny stuff. There's some good action in there.
There's some good humor. I think a lot of it's pretty predictable, but like the stuff that was working for me is I loved the scene at the end where the Demon Lord sees how his servant.
They have a surprisingly like emotional scene, like kind of out of nowhere at the end, where it's like his servant has just been waiting for him for however long it's been, like 1,000 years or whatever, and that's well done. Yeah, it's a good little scene.
It's a heartfelt scene. It's like he recognizes her struggle because she lives in a decent 1-bedroom apartment or whatever, but like to their standard, that's extremely low. And I think that it was pretty humorous. Why does the Demon Lord look like a lady? This was something that was. Why did the Demon Lord be looking like a lady?
You think he looks like a lady?
I think he looks a little bit like a lady.
He's very regal. I guess he's a bit effeminate.
His face is not extremely masculine. This is a good sequence too. There's little
gags.
To see
more of that girl. That girl's great.
Yeah, that girl's great. She's describing exactly what it is that she did, and she's fun. And I like this mascot bit as well, where they have a mascot for this mega corporation that they're trying to make a big push for. And
they have this very serious secretary, but she like has a leash on, and also she's a nerd. That's silly.
There's a lot of things that I can't point to one big thing about this that makes it click really hard, but there's a lot of small things throughout it that worked quite well. It might be a slowly unfolding sort of thing here, where it's like just premise, but done well and in a new environment. And I dug it. I thought it was good. It's a good little thing. I thought I was gonna fucking hate this, but this is fine.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, we have a short. We should do the short here.
Man, do we have a short? Holy shit, dude! It's 2024, and we're doing a motherfucking short.
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes.
Clean in and out. Just enough for me to pay attention to all of it. Short enough to where I was able to watch the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Finally, shorts are back.
Let's go.
Hamidashi Creative.
Yes, sir.
3.5 minutes. An adult visual novel from 2020.
Adult?
Oh, yes. So, does that... Yeah. So, now, does it all make sense now? So, yeah. And also, by the way, I looked up all the CG from this game. The porn is not even good. But you can tell from this art. This is you looked at... You tell me you saw this and you didn't think like these are some adult VN ass anime girls. Like, look at these fucking anime girls, dude. This is some adult VN shit right here.
I guess, but I just mostly associate adult VN with just looking like VN. Like this doesn't like stick out to me as being uniquely porn-y, because this is what VN looks like to me. I think most of my VN experience has been like things that get adapted that are adult VN. I don't think I see many non-pornographic examples.
Yeah, I guess you couldn't guess just based on this, but like once you see it, you're like, oh yeah, for sure.
Now that you've described it, I totally dig it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Also, Hayabusa Film is the studio.
Let's fucking go.
Yes, they are making, whatever they're called,
Takoyaki.
Yeah, and this is why we don't do shorts anymore, folks, because, I mean, it's just like, they're like, oh, the sweetness of the meat and the tenderness of the batter, and then they're just in the club
This is
room
why
and they're just making food.
this is why we should be doing shorts. I'll tell you what. This is exactly what I needed. This was a little palate cleanser here.
Spent 3 minutes making snacks with these whores.
I want to eat the quail egg takoyaki. God damn it! Because they're trying to, this is, you didn't even do this justice. So these girls are trying to determine what is the best filling for a takoyaki, and they do all of these different outlandish things like multiple seafood items, making a sweet variation, or putting an egg in it. And then they ultimately decide at the end, like, oh yeah, no, octopus is the best thing to put into a takoyaki. But god damn it, didn't get you thinking a little bit?
No.
Didn't you just, there's nothing going on between your ears while you're watching this at all? There's nothing being like, what would be a good takoyaki filling? What if it makes like a beef bun? Like that would be delicious, huh?
This is the television equivalent of an OnlyFans ad. This is straight up just like, hey, what if you could fuck these girls? Huh?
I know. I want to eat their foods. I have no interest. I have not as much interest as I thought in fucking these girls as I do in eating their delicious takoyaki balls.
They didn't even make the food look that good.
The one with the quail egg looks delicious. You're crazy. You're telling me that if you get it's basically like a Scotch egg.
My cat food has quail egg.
It's like a street food Scotch egg, which is an awesome thing to eat. So, I think you're wrong here, bud.
I'm sure it's good, but I mean, it didn't make it look very appetizing. I don't know.
All right. You know, just chalk it up to taste, I guess.
I hate shorts.
All right.
Well,
it seems like I maybe just was able to derive a little bit more from this than you were. Seems like this might have gone over your head a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't get it.
Next.
Okay, final last of the season. Oh my gosh, it's been years.
Going out on a high note. This
is
it.
Yeah, Ao no Miburo, the Blue Wolves of Mibu, a manga adaptation by Maou Film. There's a lot of handsome men with swords. I don't know if they're samurai. I don't know the difference between like samurai and fucking the other words. This is like the 1600s. I don't know if there's samurai at this point. They're not wearing the armor or anything.
This is the only period of Japanese history I know anything about. So here we go. We're in my sweet spot, baby.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Ronin.
They're Ronin.
They're Ronin, yeah.
Okay, so all these handsome men are your sweet spot. You found a sweet spot in these handsome men.
I wish I was able to let them touch my sweet spot over and over and over again.
Okay. All right. You really kind of just 8-miled me by just kind of getting all the way ahead of me there. So there's nothing else for me to say.
Did somebody go to a nice high school and have 2 loving parents?
I went to the same high school as you. What are you talking about?
That's the 8-mile thing. Whatever.
Okay. His real name's Clarence. So there's handsome Ronin. There's ninja kidnappers, but they beat the ninja kidnappers. The kid gives a big speech about something. There's a girl who gives guys tea. And then at the end, he decides his face is fucked up. I hate this fucking guy's face. That's horrifying. I hate that. I don't want to look at that. They
both want to fuck this kid though.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely want to do some pederasty. They want to get nasty in the asty.
This guy's straight up in that Ronin wheelhouse, man. This is the sweet spot for a Ronin, where it's like long hair, piercing eyes. Like this is prime pederasty material.
He's gonna be boning these Ronin for years.
This is almost this is disgusting. this entire first episode is disgusting because one of them wants to fuck that little girl and then the other one wants to fuck this little boy. And
one of those is unacceptable, I think.
Wait, no, we're getting back to the hypocrisy.
Oh no, I'm absolutely back into it.
I thought we had done the introspection here.
I was clean. I was reformed.
Both. This is repulsive behavior.
Because they're like, oh no, the world is so dangerous. Why don't you join our clan, little boy? Ooh.
If you get a guy that wants to fuck little girls and a guy that wants to fuck little boys together, that is a dangerous pair.
I feel like they wouldn't like each other. I feel like they would. I feel like that's not. That's not like chocolate and peanut butter. I don't.
No. They're always looking for somebody to match their freak, and this is like they have found their true, because like they're not gonna chomp each other's flave. They're not gonna get in there and like be competition. You know. Like,
I think they're just. I think like if I'm trying to pick up chicks and I meet a guy who's trying to pick up dudes, I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want nothing to do with this. You know? No,
they're gonna fucking homie you up. They're gonna know. That's a premium wingman experience there, where it's like if I were able to fuck this dude, I would fuck him. So you should fuck him, lady. You know what I mean? And then it like that's the perfect wingman. That's like somebody vouching for you, you know, where it's like, as somebody who's interested in this type of person, this is a good person to go after, you know. This is I don't know who this is for.
No.
Why are you watching or making this?
Yeah.
Why are you making this?
Historical gay action drama.
Yeah, and like we like we're uncomfortably close to one of the guys talking about who wants to fuck that little girl. We are way too close.
I mean, they adopt the boy. I feel like they're closer to fucking the boy. You know?
I know, but he's at least like.
What does he even say about he does spill tea on her shirt, seemingly on purpose.
It's not acceptable to go after the little boy either, but at least the little boy's like 16. I think I did the math at one point.
Oh, is he?
She's like 10. It's like, dude, like fucking come on. How are they making this? How is this being made?
Well, he's not gonna. You know.
I know they're going to, but there's an entire studio of people that are like, yeah, let's just work on this, I guess. Yeah, it was the times. This is the way it was.
It was the times. I mean, they're also killing people.
I know it was the times, but everyone's so jovial. It's just strange. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
they're just like, oh, let's go kill a bunch of ninjas. Haha.
Let's fuck this 10-year-old girl. Haha. Yeah. This is it's. You know what? I don't want to live in this period. That's for fucking sure. I don't want any piece of what's going on.
I'd probably be kind of sick though. I don't know.
Yeah, you would be one of those guys getting chumped in the alleyway, and I would be the dude.
No, I'd be like an artisan. I would have a small shop where I sold. You
would sell your ass.
I would sell tobacco pipes or something. Yeah,
you would definitely. There'd be a lot of pipes involved, but they wouldn't have anything to do with tobacco, and you would be you'd have a stall with a sheet that you would close. And then men would come in, and then they would go, and you'd bring the next one.
They would be buying my wares, my physical, my crafts that I built, and then
do you like what you see, sir? is this?
Yes, yeah, you have to give it a little showmanship.
Yeah. You're covering your face. You have you have like a belly shirt, and then I have like a bead, curtain door.
Yes,
I'm like,
course. Oh, come in.
Yeah, and your mouth is covered by you have just something connected.
And I'm just selling like coffee mugs.
A little bit of fabric that runs in front of your mouth, and you've got pretty eyes, which you do. You do have very pretty eyes. So well,
a samurai is like, oh, brown eyes. Wow.
Striking. Yeah. Well, we've done it.
There it is.
I would like to try to jam one more of these out before I leave, because I'm going to be gone for a while. So
when are you leaving? What's the day?
I leave this coming Monday. So
we gotta do something this weekend then.
Yeah, I'd probably maybe jam out a movie or an OVA or some shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Cool. We probably should have found a way to get this done a few weeks ago, but whatever.
Yeah,
Doesn't make much
stuff
of a
was
difference.
happening. Whatever.
Yeah. So hopefully between now and then something happens in either of our lives, but at least we'll be able to watch a movie or something. Do we just bring up the list and just root through it real quick while we're?
There's never
While
anything
we're
on the goddamn list.
There's always something on the list.
There's nothing on the list.
See, that was me taking the alternative perspective because I was carrying on the bit from
Thank
earlier.
You. No, you're the
Yeah.
straight man.
Thank you for acknowledging this, because I think sometimes there's maybe some debate as to whether or not which one of us is straight.
Well, I'm the funny man and you're the straight man. That's how it. That's the name of the.
Funny, huh?
Yes, I'm funny.
Funny like a clown.
Yes, actually, I make people laugh and I make them happy.
It's been a
Josie
pleasure.
the Tiger and the Fish. That's a movie.
Roar.
Oh, that's
that's
the
a
one.
movie. Roar is a great movie. One where the people have the lions that eat them alive the entire time, and they're trying not to get killed by lions while they're making the movie. What's the movie where Gertz? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there an anime version of that? I'd watch that.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's,
no, it's LOL. It's Rodu.
Come on, play us out.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm still serious about that. If you give a girl our number and give us as a reference, I will fully professionally vouch for you as a sperm donor. And that's not a joke.
When I am back in December, I will do this. I will die for you.
100%. All right, take care.